On this episode of Katie Makes Stuff. Fabric haul. I love fabric hauls. I love them, especially when the fabric is thrifted, and I do a lot of thrifting for fabric myself, so I wanted to jump on this train and share some of what I've got in my fabric collection. I have a lot, so this will probably be multiple parts, and today I'm going to focus on the curtain panels that I found. So let's just jump right in. Before I get into these, I paid $3 per panel, and in total there are 11 panels here. They are different types of curtains. Some are windows, some are shower curtains, and I'll talk about all that, but just keep in mind I paid $3 for each panel. So the first one I'll talk about is this guy. This is a beautiful curtain panel from World Market. When I saw this across the store, I'm not a big floral person, but I fell in love with it. It's got these great autumn colors, so oranges, deep reds, greens, muted purples, in a fairly large floral pattern. I think what I'm gonna do with this is try to make a long, flowy kimono robe type of thing. I don't need it to go down to my knees, but I think something that goes a little past my hips would be really pretty, especially with maybe a deep red bias tape around the edges, and some big flowy sleeves would be beautiful. If you know anything about World Market, you know how expensive their stuff is, so I can't even imagine how expensive these were in the store. But I got them for $6. Each panel is roughly 2¼ yards. So with 2 of these, I have almost 5 yards of really gorgeous fabric. So the next one I got is this really pretty peach color. I got 2 panels of these. These are vintage Sears curtain panels. I believe they are a cotton poly blend. I did a burn test on this. The back side of this fabric is really shiny, and it also had a lining, a white lining that I took out. I am in the process, very, very slow process, of making kind of a 1940s inspired skirt out of this. It's got a beautiful drape. It almost drapes like silk, and it is this slubby texture, similar to probably what you would see in slubby silk. So that's why I picked these up. They're gorgeous. I don't wear this color very often, but I am willing to give it a shot. And again, I got 2 panels of these. These are 50 inches wide by 80 inches long. So again, 2½ yards per panel. So I have about 5 yards of this. So I'm not real sure what I'm going to do with the second panel. I've already started on the skirt back before Halloween of 2021, and now it's January of 2022. So I'm not sure when I'm going to get back to that, but it is sitting in my to be finished pile. This is not generally a color that I wear a lot, but this soft peach is just beautiful, and it was hard to pass up. And you know, the fact that it's vintage kind of makes me happy too. The next one that I found these right at the beginning of December, and I have 2 panels of them, and it's this really classic blue and white striped ticking. So it's light blue. It almost feels like a canvas. It's a little lighter than a canvas. It is 100% cotton from India. There's not any brand name tag on this. I believe these are shower curtains because these are 70 inches wide by 70 inches long. So approximately 2 yards wide by 2 yards long. And again, I have 2 of them. At least 4 yards if I kept it 70 inches wide, but if I trimmed it in half with 35 inches wide, I'd have a whole lot. And because this is so classic, I'm gonna say cottagey, but I don't really go for the cottagecore stuff. It's just so timeless. Timeless Americana sort of pattern. I think I want to try and do a 40s or 50s dress with this. Something a little fitted in the top and then maybe a fuller skirt at the bottom. But again, for $6, to have even 4 yards of this. You can't buy this kind of fabric off a bolt for that little. So this was really exciting. I'm drawn to stripes. I love stripes. I don't necessarily think I look good in stripes, but I love them. And I will keep collecting them for as long as I need to. The next one that I have is also a shower curtain. I only got one panel of this, and it is from Threshold. So that's the Target brand curtain and linens line. This is 65 inches wide, probably closer to 70 inches wide by 70 inches long, so just like the blue ticking. And it is in this really neat, almost African block print. This isn't something that I would necessarily want to wear, but I really love pillow shams and bags that are made out of this kind of print. What I was thinking of doing is maybe doing bags with this on the top and then a medium brown leather on the bottom. Doing crossbody bags or larger totes with this would look really great. So I think that's going to be my project with this, is to do maybe some sort of bag with this. And again, $3 for at least 2 yards. Kind of a steal. Next, I have another panel, curtain panel from Threshold, so from Target. So this is blue and white. It's really light blue. This reminds me of something that you might see at a beach house. It almost looks like it could be starfish or something. It's not, it's triangles. But this is a curtain panel. It's 50 inches wide by 80 inches long, so about 2¼ yards. And I got 2 of these. When I found this last year, I immediately saw them and thought, I want to make kind of a high-waisted fuller skirt out of this. So that's my plan for this. I think a lot of my future wardrobe is going to be in the blue family. And this is 100% cotton. And then finally is the last one that I am the most excited about. I have kind of started falling in love with linens, linen fabric, dresses and skirts, and even some tops made of linen. So whenever I go to the thrift store, I'm always on the lookout for anything that is linen. I kind of hit the jackpot just before Christmas. And I found 2 navy blue linen curtain panels. And I'm so excited about this. These are from not a brand that I've ever heard of. It's Veritex. They are 100% linen in a really nice muted navy blue. What is also really nice about these is how thick the linen is. I have found other linen curtain panels at the thrift stores in the past, but they've been very gauzy and flowy, which is fine if you're making undergarments, if you want to make shifts or things that maybe don't need to be so structurally sound, but they don't make good outerwear. And these curtain panels are going to make the perfect dress. I saw this picture of, I think it's from Sondaflor, and they make amazing wrap dresses. Amazing wrap dresses. And I drool over them every time they come up on my Instagram feed. And I'm just not in a position to spend that much money on a dress at this point. Side note, if you are in that position, please go over and check out their dresses, because not only are they 100% linen, but they're a small business and it's more of a sustainable, not fast fashion sort of companies. So if you are in the market for a really classic dress, I'm not sponsored because I'm definitely not at that point right now. If you are looking for slow fashion and quality stuff, head over to Sondaflor and check them out. But until I get to the point where maybe I can afford one of those on my own, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it myself. It's not gonna be nearly as nice, but I'm going to make it myself out of this stuff. And I am so excited. Each of these panels is 45 wide by 80 inches long. So I have almost 5 yards of gorgeous blue, medium to heavyweight linen. And I just can't wait. I just cannot wait to get started on this. This might be my next project because I'm so excited about it. So like I said before, this is only part 1 in the tour of my fabrics. Stick around, I'll be posting part 2 here shortly, and I hope you enjoyed. Tell me what you think about these fabrics, any other suggestions for what I could do with them, and I will catch you next time. Thanks! Bye! So, I don't know. I don't sew that much. But I hoard fabric like it's the apocalypse of fabric. Do I buy it from stores? No. Oh, well that's not really true. I buy it from thrift stores.